Hello, Board of Directors. My name is Aubrey Ware, and today I'm going to show you the social media plan that I have created for the next quarter. So the goals from the CMO, we were given $5,000 a week to spend on the production and promotion of the Boohee brand and Boohee product. So for the $5,000 a week, we had the goals of growing our brand awareness, increasing engagements and sales, as well as outperforming the other peers in the class. So for my personal goals, I wanted to make relevant posts all across my social media platforms that I was in charge of. I wanted to follow an editorial calendar, and then I wanted to go above and beyond what was asked of me from the CMO. I really wanted to take this project and make it something that would build a portfolio for me. And then I wanted to have content that was engaging, most importantly. So the strategy that I used for the social media plan that I followed was to try new things. I'm new to social media marketing, so the only way to learn is through trial and error. I often would take and make a post, and I would try and find an idea of something that worked from somewhere else. So it's called Mimic Social for a reason. So I tried to mimic things that were happening for other brands that were similar. I tried to find a post that had lots of engagements or lots of revenue, and I tried to add to that so that my social media could seem more relevant to what I was trying to post on. All right, so what worked well for me is I was able to do really well on this post in particular. I was pretty proud of it. It was for Halloween, and it says, "Travel can be scary, but not with Boohee. We have bags for all sorts of travelers just waiting to go on vacation. Get yours today, so this is one less thing to be #uneasy about this Halloween season." So then what worked well on this post was the hashtags, the emojis, and the call to action. I got quite a few engagements from it, as well as conversions, which was exciting. We got 105 from our Instagram and 74 from Facebook, and it was just off of one post, which to me, that was one of my most engaging posts. So something that didn't work very well was this post right here. There's quite a few differences. I always tried to make sure that there was a picture with everything that I posted, but this one fell a little bit short. It had the hashtags, but it never had the call to action, and it wasn't promoted or anything. So it was just kind of an organic on Facebook post, and it made no revenue and had no engagements, which was disappointing, but I can see where it was coming from. So the channels that I chose to use was all of the channels that were provided through the simulation. However, I used some more than others. So on here, I made a list of them in kind of order from most to least. Facebook I use the most because I'm most familiar with it. It's something that I personally use a lot, so I felt like I could have the kind of advertisement that I would be looking for and make it there on Facebook. Instagram was next, which those are my two highest performing because of the attention that I paid specifically to them. Twitter and Pinterest were my next. They're kind of tied for third because Twitter was something that I had never used before this class, so I was still kind of gaining familiarity with it. And then Pinterest was something that I never thought of as a marketing tool. So it was kind of a change of mind frame that I had to make in order to post on those platforms and do successfully. YouTube and LinkedIn kind of fall at the bottom because, like I said, I wasn't super comfortable with using them. So I used them towards the end, but at the beginning, I tried to just stick with the two that I knew, which wasn't necessarily the most helpful. Growth and revenue. So this is how I did in the simulation. I had quite a bit of impressions, but they didn't translate as far as revenue and conversions sometimes. And then the budget. So finally, for the budget, I ended up spending most of the budget most of the weeks. I used everything but $1,500. So I was pretty excited about that. And I do think that using the $5,000 worth of budget was very important. So without it, I don't think that quite as many posts would have been promoted or the content wouldn't have been as relevant. So I do think that the budget allowed for good posts. So are there any questions that I can answer? I do have a question. Okay. The questions. All right. What is the biggest problem as the director of social media marketing? How is the plan to resolve via social media within the next 12 months? So the biggest problem I had as the director of social media marketing is I take direction kind of a person. And as the director, I had to come up with the ideas by myself. So something that I would like to resolve, or something that I plan to resolve that with in the next 12 months, is to make better editorial calendars. So make more plans so that when it's time to post, you're not really confused on what you're posting. You have a plan and it's in place. So what platform do you predict will make the most money and why? What demographic will you market to? So the platform that I think will make the most money is Instagram. I know I put Facebook as my channel that I use the most, but Instagram was probably the second most. And I found that people were more willing to click like and share on Instagram. And that's because of the demographic. So the demographic that's on Instagram is 20-something-year-olds to 30-year-olds. They're wanting to share their adventure pictures and like and see all of this. So I think that will definitely be something that platform will excel on. And then, what was your human rights strategy with Boohee? Human rights is really important, and the human rights strategy that I thought of for Boohee would be to partner with a charity that is into human rights. So someone that's excited about being in that industry. So Boohee is about traveling, but it can also be a home-hitting place. So you can have the human rights and engagement there. And then, did you find Instagram or Facebook a better platform to market to your demographics? So I found Facebook to be more successful for myself because it's a demographic that I'm part of. And I think upon discovering this, I was able to market even better. So once I figured out that it would be something I would sell to my friends or my parents or my sisters or people my own age, I was able to think about what they would like and how I was able to market to them. Thank you for your questions, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.